The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. If you are dealing with peripheral neuropathy or chronic pain and you want to be on a journey to healing, Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness wants to help. Dr. Lucas Brown is here to tell us more, and the first thing we're going to talk about, Dr. Brown, is what separates y'all from traditional Western medicine.
Great question. So the traditional approach to treating chronic pain and degenerative conditions like neuropathy is basically drugs to mask the symptoms, okay? So imagine if your car's brakes were failing and every time you came to a stop, they were screeching at you. So, you take it to the mechanic, right? So it's like the mechanic is basically telling you to turn up the stereo and drown out the noise, okay?
That doesn't really work, does it?
No, it doesn't sound very safe, right? It's not really dealing with the issue. So that's basically what these drugs are doing. The number one class of drugs for these types of issues is actually anti-seizure medicine. And even for those patients that tolerate the medicine well, they don't want to be taking pills for the rest of their life to just mask the symptoms.
Sure,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, so what did Karen come to you with?
So Karen came to me with neuropathy, and her story is pretty typical with a lot of our patients, where she was dealing with extreme pain, didn't want to take pills.
Let's go ahead and take a listen to Karen.
Before I found Rosedale Acupuncture, life was painful, and I was doing everything that doctors told me to do, and it kept getting worse. So I didn't think that was a good way to go. So I knew I had to do something alternative. To be a patient at Rosedale Acupuncture is a delight, and I can tell you now I am pain-free. I think if you're looking for help, especially with neuropathy, you owe it to yourself to try Rosedale Acupuncture to reclaim your health.
So nice to hear such a positive review, and I want to ask Dr. Brown how it feels when you get to hear that sort of thing from your patients.
I mean, sometimes it really, my mind's blown by how effective this treatment is. When you're constantly in pain, it's all you think about, right? It rules your life. But people don't always necessarily recognize when it's gone. Anything we can do to make people forget that you were even in pain, that's a job well done. But it does start with a conversation. Everyone comes in for consultation. We sit down, talk about what they're dealing with, what treatment might possibly look like, and I lay out a treatment plan for them so there's no surprises.
Nice little roadmap to get people started. Okay, Dr.
Absolutely.
Brown, thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you're looking for a new lease on life, give Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness a call at 512-623-1996 now. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness.